A true story that changed your life. There was a man named Tom, and Tom had it all. He had the power to convince anyone, anywhere. His voice alone closed million-dollar deals. His company adored him, and why wouldn't they? He made them millions. Every single day, Tom lived a life others could only dream of. Briefcase, a six-figure salary. Cityscape, a luxury Manhattan apartment. Airplane, a private jet. Helicopter, a helicopter. Wine glass, 5-star dinners. Credit card, a dozen credit cards. Family man, woman, girl, boy, full family medical insurance. He dined in French, Italian, and Moroccan restaurants. He partied in elite clubs. He met new people every night, people who became his clients the next morning. His wife and children were always asleep when he returned. And the next day, he was gone again. His weekends were spent flying. Chicago, Miami, San Francisco, London, Dubai, Tokyo. He had money. He had friends. He had fame. He had everything. Tom's life was perfect until it wasn't. One morning, he woke up with a heavy head. He blamed the wine, shook it off, but the heaviness turned into pain. The pain turned into something permanent. He went to the doctor. First test, second test, third opinion. Then came a call. Tom, I need you to sit down. The doctor looked him in the eye, handed him a glass of water, and said, "You have 3 months. Terminal brain cancer. No cure. Just 3 months. No escape. No treatment. Just time." Tom walked out, but he wasn't walking. His legs moved, but he didn't feel them. His ears heard, but they didn't listen. His eyes saw, but they were blind. The man who once owned every room now couldn't even face himself. That night he walked, all night, until morning came. And in that sunrise, something in him awoke. He found himself by a quiet stream, the city behind him, the future gone, only the now remained. He took out his medical reports, tore them to pieces, and whispered to himself, "If I have only 90 days left, I'm going to live them." That moment changed everything. He saw the sky, not just looked at it, saw it. He heard birds, really heard them. He felt dew under his feet and noticed its protest. He drank coffee and tasted it for the first time. He rode a train and heard the music in its rhythm. He took a breath and felt the flavor of air. For the first time in 40 years, he was alive. He realized he had spent his entire life in a high-class prison, working, earning, spending, all for the banks, the real estate agents, the corporations, and he had missed everything. So Tom made a choice. He quit his job. He cut up his credit cards. He withdrew all his money, sold his properties, paid off debts, put everything else on rent. He took his kids out of school, packed bags, and went on the first real holiday of his life. He apologized to the people he hurt, forgave those who hurt him, bought 200 books he had always wanted to read, started hugging his wife, started playing with his children. He slept early, woke up at 4:30, spent 3 hours walking in nature, turned off his phone, started listening to music, not noise, but music. He smiled at everyone. He said sorry. He said thank you, and he meant it. And then he realized something powerful, something we forget every single day. Life doesn't begin when we're born. Life begins when we realize it's going to end. Because only when we face death do we finally start living. Tom lived his best days. After being told he was dying, he finally tasted life. He finally loved. He finally lived. But here's the real question, my friend. Do we need a doctor to tell us we have 1 month left? before we start living? If this story touched your heart, don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for a tragedy. Don't wait for a deadline to start your lifeline. Breathe, feel, forgive, love, and most of all, live, because the clock is ticking for all of us. But we still have time to make it count.